So, Guest 666, an upcoming killer to Forsaken, is around the corner, and you're here because you want to get prepared for this massive update. Well, this is the perfect place for you. I gathered all the information that I could for this video, all the gameplays, everything. I've also added timestamps throughout this video, so if you're only interested in a couple parts, feel free to click around in this video to the most important parts for you. Feel free to subscribe, it's free, and it helps my motivation. Anyways, let's begin. Starting off with probably the most important question: when is Guest 666 releasing? Well, we actually do have an official release date in the official trailer for the Guest 666 update. At the end of the video, it says that the Guest 666 update is going to be dropping October 31st, 2025, aka Halloween. If you go to Forsaken and scroll to events, you can actually see this update live, and it should actually tell you when to expect this update. So in my case, it says November 1st, 2 AM, but for you, it might be different. On screen, you can see a bunch of times that the update is supposedly coming out. But if you're really impatient, you can actually play Forsaken right now, and if you get extremely lucky, you might be able to join a developer that's using Guest 666. A bunch of people have gotten lucky, and I'm assuming the developers are still going to be using Guest 666 in public servers throughout the entire week. Take a look at Guest 666's intro. And of course, here's a look at the really cool Guest 666 outro. The most important thing for Guest 666 are of course her abilities. Starting off, we have a simple melee attack, which the melee only does 20 damage surprisingly for such a beast. From what it looks like, the hitbox for the melee attack is going to be slightly bigger, so yeah, good luck avoiding this beast. A very important ability that Guest 666 has is actually a leap ability. This ability, Guest 666 can leap at a player, and if leaped at a player correctly, actually grabs them, stuns them, and does 40 damage. In a way, the stun attack works similarly to Slasher's Gashing Rune ability. The leaping part for this ability is awesome because you can leap around the map, you can skip a bunch of sections, for example jumping from the bottom of the Brandon Works castle to the top of it. It's really cool. There's a bunch of little cheesy spots that you can get around with Guest 666. Another thing to this leap ability is if you get hit by the leap ability, you actually get a brand new status effect called Hemorrhage. This ability actually blocks you from being able to heal from a specific point. Now, the way to get rid of this effect, you actually need a teammate, and the teammate has to heal you. The animation is currently unfinished, and once that happens, you can heal back to max. I really like this effect since it actually makes you have to team up with the other survivors and win together. The leap ability is probably one of the best abilities to Guest 666. Another ability that makes Guest 666, well, Guest 666, is the Blood Hunt ability. Well, that's what we think it's called at least. This ability stops the timer completely and makes your surroundings very dark and red. This ability gives Guest 666 an additional 45 seconds to the clock. So yeah, this is probably one of the most overpowered abilities if used correctly. Since think about it, 45 extra seconds to go after your targets? Nah, that's crazy. The one thing that we do know about this ability is that you cannot use this ability during Last Man Standing, which honestly makes perfect sense. This next ability is actually pretty interesting. It honestly kind of works like the 1x1x1x1 mass infection ability, but this time it does no damage. Guest 666 roars and does the Sonic Blast ability, and if you get hit by it, you get blindness too, and that's literally it. It does feel like a weak ability from the survivor's point of view, but maybe from the killer's point of view, you get some type of bonus. Maybe speed if you hit the player, or maybe X-ray. I honestly don't know. Now, honestly, this might not be a real ability, but from what it looks like, Guest 666 will also be able to have an X-ray ability. As you can see here, Guest 666 roars and goes exactly to where the survivor is. So I'm assuming Guest 666 is going to have a type of X-ray ability, but this is just speculation. I find the music for the killers to be one of the coolest things for the killers. So let's take a look at the chase theme for Guest 666. Now, it has been confirmed that Milestone 3 and 4 Guest 666 will be receiving a new custom theme, so I bet it's going to sound even more scarier and better than the basic one. Guest 666 also has a Last Man Standing theme against Noob. Makes perfect sense, these two share a lot of lore together. I made a whole separate video talking about their lore, so feel free to check that video out. Anyways, let's take a listen to the Last Man Standing theme against Guest 666 and Noob. Take a look at Guest 666 kill animations. Currently there are 3. The basic one, the one for killing someone in the leap animation, and a custom one for Noob. Another thing that people are really excited about are the Guest 666 skins. Well, sadly, we don't have too many skins, but honestly, that's kind of a good thing since it keeps the Guest 666 skins a surprise. Once this update drops, we already know that Guest 666 will be receiving milestones right away. So once Guest 666 drops, feel free to grind out her levels so then you can get all of the milestone skins ASAP. This is the only teaser that we have for the milestone skins, but this looks so creepy and I'm so excited to see the full milestones for this guy. Moving on to most likely shop skins, I honestly don't have too many. We have Sakura, which has honestly been in most of the gameplay footage throughout the video, and honestly this is such a cool skin, most likely based on the Sakura tree. It's honestly a really cool skin, and honestly seeing this one skin, we can already tell how high quality the other skins are going to be for Guest 666. Another skin that we might receive in the update is called the Photoshop skin. Photoshop Flowery, Photoshop, whatever you want to call it. This is of course based on the Photoshop Flowery boss fight, and honestly if this actually got into the game, it would be really cool. Not that long ago during a Q&A, the developers did actually say they wanted to add more Undertale skins, so this might be the Undertale skin that they were talking about. But I don't know, I don't have the highest hopes for this skin to actually release. And that was that. From release dates to intros and outros to hearing almost a full chase theme for Guest 666. I hope this video helps you a lot, and if it did, I don't know, feel free to share this video to a friend so then this video can help even more people. But for now, that's all I have. Thanks for watching.